Alright, welcome back everybody. Ryan and Danny from No Review Playthrough. Some more Ashes Reborn here for everybody today. Today I'm going to do Harold Westraven. I think I've only played this once since we've got the Reborn. I don't think we taped it either. I think we just did a practice run. So I'm going to see if I can work it a little bit better than my last one. And Danny has again...
Victoria.
She has Victoria this time. One of the two decks that she's used a few times. Not nearly as much as Aradel if you've watched our other stuff, but trying to convince her to spread out a little bit. We actually need the first player marker.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll go ahead and do a little bit of playthrough and practice with these two characters here. We're still using pretty much the stock decks. We haven't still done too much of exploring and deck building yet. Just still kind of practicing some of the new characters, the new cards, and so forth. So these are still the recommended pre-con decks from the actual website they suggest we do. And so let's go ahead and get started then. So go ahead and roll up. All right, goats and horsies. I have 3 basics.
5.
Okay, so you get to choose first or not.
I guess it doesn't really matter, so I guess I'll go first.
All right, so we'll point that towards you.
I got lots of higher dice though.
Okay.
Which is nice, I guess. So, first, I'm gonna put out my Flash Archer.
Okay.
4 dice.
Yeah, that's right. She's pricey.
Don't want to use your thing yet. For side.
Side action kills somebody, right? Or damage?
Do 1 damage to target unit, then you may do 1 damage to target unit, so.
So technically 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't have anyone to attack, also.
Right now, no.
Yeah.
I'm just planning ahead though, so if I throw down something, I don't want them necessarily to die from that right away.
Yeah.
Okay, side action then. So remember, you got yours is about the dice manipulation.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
looking at everything. I'll do that. So I'm gonna make you reroll up to 4 dice in your pool. So I'm gonna do your
3 highest.
yeah, and just I guess one of your
One
music.
of those. Okay.
So I can do the same to mine.
Do you have to do the same number?
Yeah.
Does it say up to?
Yeah. I guess I'll just make you do your
But we both do the same number, right?
yeah.
So I'll keep the music note.
Yeah.
Just the 3 highest. Okay. And I just lost all of that. Okay, pretty good move.
I didn't get much of an upgrade. I only got 1.
1 upgrade for you?
Yeah.
Okay, exhaust her. I think you need to exhaust her. Okay. Well, that changed, yeah. Okay. Well. Crap. Yeah, that's hard for me to play what I was going to then. Okay then, well. Alright, well, okay, so we'll put out the Beast Mage, 2 music and a basic. Don't really matter too much what basic I do. Alright. So Beast Mage, again, is terrifying. Unit cannot be blocked or guarded against by units with attack value of 1 or less. So little weenie characters cannot block him. And
Basically all of my guys.
now I can't remember. We had some cards once that had the line between them.
Oh.
That meant it was both, right?
Yes.
But this one has one and it has both, but there's no line connecting them.
Yes, I think that's what we said that was both.
If it was connected, that it cost both. Parallel costs. Some cards have 2 or more connected costs. To pay a parallel cost, Pay one of the options plus any. Well, oh, but that's showing dice. So if it's connected with dice, you can choose which dice you want to do. So
I assume it works the same though.
well, okay, so if it's connected,
You could do either.
I can do either or. Since it's not connected, it takes both. Okay, so I cannot do that, which is strange. I will pass. Attach a hunter's mark. Okay, I do not want to do that. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna put out my Shadow Spirit spell. And then for side, I'm gonna health 2.
2 and 2. Well, oh, this has transform 2. While you do not have the first player marker, which technically I don't, it's pointing towards you. The attack value, life value, and recover are increased by 2. So he's a 4/4 right now. That's why.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, you could wound him, but it would not kill him with your ability.
I guess she does do 4 attacks. So I guess I could just straight up.
Yeah.
Then I don't know if you'd want to block with your Phoenix Spawn though.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But I wouldn't be able to attack with her this turn anyway.
Oh, because you've already done your main action.
Yeah. So I'm actually gonna meditate.
And I lost a flash archer.
Yeah.
She says a 4 attack. Yeah, well, I guess she costs 4 dice, so that makes sense that she's pretty tough.
Yeah. So I'm done.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna put the Beast Warriors both and a music note. He has transform 1, so he's a 2/2 recover 1 right now.
Okay.
That's both of mine because that took both actions to play that one.
What was his special thing other than that?
The group tactics, if you declare 3 or more attackers, you may add 1 to this unit's attack.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to attack not on my turn, or my first player turn, and I want to attack with at least 3 or more attackers.
So I think that's what you're trying to do.
What's that?
I think that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
So actually, I'm gonna do her ability.
Okay.
Wait, what was it? No. I'm gonna attack your.
Okay, so you can take the
Whatever.
Beast Mage. Okay. Which we will kill each other. Or yeah, Harold's gonna take it. I'll take all 4.
Okay.
So if you watched our other playthroughs, we've been putting damage on here, but there's no reason for we can show the damage on the Phoenix board a little bit more for you guys to see where we're at health-wise. Oh, we don't necessarily start. I start at 16. I forgot we don't necessarily start at the 6, so I'm down 12.
Yeah,
Okay, I forgot.
about that.
Yeah, it's one of the few games where we don't start out the same. Okay, so you're done?
That was only a name.
Only?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it still can't do anything. Which I don't know.
All right, do you remember what your dice power is too? That's kind of
No.
new. It had something to do with changing my dice.
Yeah. It was lowering 2 of your
I
dice.
think it
or
was,
something.
yeah. Yeah, we haven't used the illusion magic too much since the new. I'll get mine out just in case. Ceremonial magic I've used a lot.
Yeah.
Symphony magic is the horror straw card you may choose. Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. If I had some horse heads to do that with, that would be nice. We haven't used the symphony magic very much. Or sympathy, not symphony, symphony. I keep, because she's musical. Okay. Draw a card. You may choose a card in your hand and place it on the top or bottom. Okay.
So actually, I'm gonna do that. I can lower 2 of your dice to 1 level. Since I know you want knives, I'm gonna do 2 knives.
Okay. Boop and boop. Okay. All right, because that's what she's about, preventing me from, using her dice or using your powers to change my dice. It's important for her. Okay, so yes, things changing dramatically around here. All right, we will play Summon Vampire Bat Swarm. And marked prey. Attach a hunter's mark, which basically is, again, when they take damage, they get twice as much. And no guard.
1 or 2 life anyway.
Yeah, but it's not bad against that one, though. Because I could attack with a bat swarm and still take you out. So that was it. That's side action. God, I don't want to start meditating and ruining all my dice. Okay, well. Gosh dang it. Alright, well, this is in my deck for a reason. So side action and a knife. Boom, kill this guy. Transform 5 dice up to in your pool of your choice. So 1, 2, 3. As we'll do all of these 4 and 5. All right. Well, but you forced me to kill. I didn't really want to kill that guy, but those dice are just sitting there useless, to be honest. Because I was going to put that guy out, then do my bat swarms, then I had 3 to attack, and it's not my turn. So I was trying to build up a pretty good turn, but I can't play some cards without it. So, all right. Bat Swarm and Dark Reaping is done. Okay.
I'm gonna summon Shadow Spirit.
And that one changed quite a bit, right? From before.
Yes. When it's declared as an attack or lower 1 die in a target opponent's active pool and level.
Okay. Oh, this should be a horse head, not a music note. Okay. Got a side action.
I don't want to waste all my dice using or doing stuff with your dice.
Yeah. That's part of the thing, is slowing me down. Well, you got 4 hits on me. What's the attack value on that Shadow Spirit?
2.
Not terrifying enough against the Shadow Spirit.
I thought it was life.
It says attack value.
Oh.
So your Shadow Spirit could block the Beast Mage.
No,
Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so let's do Master Vampire. Boom. Musical note, which is a head, and a basic. So those 3. Oh. Side action. Hiya. Do the dice power goat. That's right. Do the dice power, which is the goat. Search your discard pile for an ally, place it in your hand. Oh. Okay, I can still do that. And then deal 1 damage to your Phoenix Born. Okay.
Alright. I'm gonna put down the secret door spell. And then what dice did you need to put out your beast, whatever?
I don't know, you should have paid more attention.
I know.
Sorry, but that's not something I'm going to tell you.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Okay.
Lower both of those 1 level.
How come it's both of them? The dice power is
Lower
both of
2
them?
dice.
Oh, okay. One level?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Done?
Yeah.
Alright. Nice try. It's just a music note.
Oh.
Well, didn't know. It's alright. It wouldn't have done any good. I would have only worked if I didn't have a music note anyways. Okay, it's your turn. I had to do both for that.
Let me get out my Shadow Hound.
Okay.
And then I guess skip the side.
Okay. What does your secret door do again?
Choose a target you control with life value of 1. It cannot be blocked for the remainder of the turn.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Alright, well, we're going to do all three. It may hurt me. All three of these. So group tactics, if you declare 3 or more attackers, may add 1 to this unit. So he's a 2. Stalk, this cannot be guarded, which so it means Victoria cannot guard the vampire.
Yeah.
So I'm doing your Phoenix. I'm doing all Phoenix-born, so actually that won't matter.
No.
And then I do not have the first player marker, so he is a 4 attack. So 2, yeah, 4, 4.
Oh, that's dead.
Or no, 4, 3, 2. Yeah. And then the vampire has life drain. After this unit destroys a unit an opponent controls by attacking, you may remove 1 token, a wound token, so I could heal 1.
I definitely want to try and...
Okay. Okay, so let's see. I don't think that can happen if I remember. If you target Phoenix-born, choose any number of unexhausted. Opponent declares blocker, 1 unexhausted block. So you can block. Yeah, you don't necessarily block in front. So you just choose which one of those. So this is the strongest, and it can block because it's an attack 2. So it couldn't just a 1. So it can block any of them.
And it just soaks up all the damage.
It would die.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll just, do yours
Okay.
first.
All right, so we attack each other. So you do 2 to me. Okay, and then this will be 3, 4, 5. And I'll exhaust all of them. Okay.
My turn?
Yep.
Great. I don't have the right dice. I'm gonna have to meditate.
From shadows.
Okay. I don't want to do a main.
Okay. I cannot summon the bat swarm because I only have 1 dice. I need 2 dice for that. Side action. She has 4 health or just 4 attack?
4 attack.
2 health?
Yeah.
She's your strongest one. I think that's your only ally, if I remember right, too. You've got this. So I'm going to go ahead and exhaust him. Put that hunter's mark on her. As a side action, main action I'll have to pass, so go ahead. I know it's not a lot. 2 health, but...
Yeah. Okay. Now... I'm gonna do the 2 shadows and get rid of...
What are you doing 2 shadows? That's in your discard pile.
I just played that.
Oh, okay, I didn't see. I just saw, I knew there was one on your, okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get rid of that guy.
What does it do? Just get rid of him?
Just discard an exhausted unit.
Oh, okay.
And then main, I cannot do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So no Shadowhounds. Okay, I have to pass.
Yeah, that takes 3 masks
Oh.
to do a Shadowhound.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we both pass then?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so before this guy has Recover 2, because as soon as this switches to me, he's going to de-transform, so that all happens first. We roll dice. I'm going to go first, and then draw new cards. Holy crap. That is horrible. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Well, look at me.
3, 4, 5.
You know my basics.
Well, yeah, but you have some top levels. I have. Okay, what did I get? All right, there's that. There's that. There's that. Oh, that's right. I tried Herald at Westraven when I just had half of his deck. I don't think I actually tried him because some of these cards I'm now just recognizing for the first time. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm not going to be as strong. Oh, I need to turn him sideways just to remember that he guarded or blocked or whatever. So I'm not going to be as strong this turn. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to need that. I'm going to need that to do that, to do that. Okay, so what can I get away with the least cost right now? Okay, so let's again double up here with a music note for that. That's one of each. Go ahead.
First thing I'm going to do for a side, I'm going to do for ability. And kill off that guy.
Okay.
And then as a main. Ugh.
I think you need a shadow hound.
Yeah, but I don't want to use 2 of my those. Because it costs 3 masks and I don't want.
Oh.
And I can't. Just do the side action. So I'll just do a spirit.
Okay.
For 1.
That's right. I forgot those wolves are 3 masks. It's hard when you don't have the right dice. That's for sure. Okay. All right, let's play. Well, let's do this. I need a knife and a music note to do a bat swarm. So group tactics, again, if I declare 3 or more, I may add 1, and then if they die, I can spend a knife or a music note to bring them back. Okay.
Right. 2 attack?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do, just have my puny little shadow spirit against your mage.
Okay, so that would kill him. I wonder if there's some reason why you're doing that. Kill each other off. Okay. Yeah, I don't really want Herald to step in. I'll take it and counterattack and kill that.
Well, you won't.
Okay, that's what I thought. You had something.
So, when you choose to counter or prevent all damage this attacking unit or units would receive from countering from the countering unit.
Okay. All right.
That's the line.
Yep.
But
Perfect. Okay then. You done? You can still do something on the side.
Yeah. Probably shouldn't have gone for one of your weaker cards. I wanted you to be exhausted. So I'm gonna do side action. So I'm gonna make you reroll your music notes.
2 of them?
Yeah. And yeah, just those.
And then you're hoping to get masks for yourself.
Hopefully.
All right. Stayed the same for me. You got a huge improvement. All right, my go. I can't even do that. All right. God, I can't even play a card to change my dice because I don't even have a knife. All right, meditate 1. Turn that up to a knife. And then I can't play that card because that's a side action as well. I'm gonna actually pass the main action then.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
No, I can't summon anything still. So I'm gonna put out my second Shadow Spirit. And then as a side. So that can help me.
Yeah, we both rolled really poorly this round.
And I'm gonna skip my side.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to pay a knife for Dark Reaping. Destroy a unit you control. When this unit is destroyed, pay a knife or a dagger to place it back on the battlefield. Boop. Change 5 dice again. Alright. That was a side action to do that. Main action then. Excuse me, play a Psychic Vampire. So he has Lobotomize. When this unit is destroyed as a result of a spell, attack, a counter ability, or dice power, basically anything that an opponent controls, you have to discard a card from hand.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It's very specific that, yeah, it's that you control. I can't kill it. I couldn't have used the Dark Reaping and kill it.
Yeah.
And then make you discard a card. All right, go ahead.
Doesn't look like I'm ever gonna get my hounds out. So I'll just do
This round.
another spirit.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to meditate 2 more times. That's a lot of card loss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Side action still.
Just be exhausted. I'll skip.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna put down second Bat Swarm. Side action. going to do the dice power. That and not too pricey. Okay, I'll bring back the Beast Warrior. Deal 1 to myself. Bring the Beast Warrior back to hand. Yep. Okay.
That has the grouping, whatever thing.
Yeah. Group of tactics, yes. So only they would, well, they'd go to a 3. That's not bad.
Aerodel would be good against this.
What's that?
Aerodel would be good against this.
Yeah, I just don't know if we've learned how to play that deck the way it should be yet.
No.
I think you're not using the secret door effectively either.
I'm not attacking.
I know.
It's 4 life.
Yep.
I'm gonna just. I haven't done anything, right? No, I summoned, so I can't do that. I'll just skip my side again.
Okay.
Which means.
Okay. Both actions for that.
That's not good. I'm not gonna do that. Okay. I'm gonna throw my shadow hound. I have nothing else to do. I'm not
Yeah.
majorly dead.
It might be worth a sacrifice to meditate twice to get those masks then. Instead of just holding on. You could do it now. You could still do it on your turn. I think it's worth it. You're just sitting on those basics.
Oh, my archers!
You meditated both archers out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could. If you had all 3 of them, you could be doing some damage. Yeah, that's why I'm really hate meditating.
That's why I like
I know.
the shifting mist.
I know, but, yeah, I know. But like I said, you're kind of stuck. If you don't do anything, you're just gonna sit passing, and you're gonna not get very far.
Yeah.
All right, let's do another bat swarm. No, I lied. No. All right, those 3 against your Phoenixborn. I don't get the extra. Well, he gets a +1 attack. And these get a +1 attack because they're group 3 or more.
That's 8. Whoa.
This is the strongest one.
Yeah.
Well, either of these 3, or either of these 2. They're both 3s.
Yeah, I'll just against your vampire.
Okay. So after this unit destroys a unit opposing an opponent controls by attacking, you may remove 1. So I'll add 1 health. That is dead. I take 2.
Yeah.
Okay. So that one's exhausted and done. All right. So 3, 5 more.
Watch when
Okay.
I take out my hound, you're gonna immediately kill him.
All right. How are they? They're pretty tough, right?
3-1.
3-1. Nothing.
saying, you're just gonna immediately kill him.
Yeah. But I cannot target it by spells and so forth. And I cannot guard against it. So your best option would be to use the secret door, attack James or Jack, attack Harold, and then I just straight up get hit. All right, so you have a side action.
Yeah.
Might as well meditate again.
Yeah.
All right.
My last dice.
Yeah, that's. If we get poor dice rolls, that's sometimes just has to be done. Okay, I'm going to play a side action, Adrenaline Rush, Horsehead, and a basic. Deal 1 damage to a target unit, so I'm going to deal damage to the vampire and remove an exhaustion. That was a side action, so I'm going to attack your Phoenix Born.
4 again?
You can't be guarded against. Oh, so you could block.
Yeah. I don't want to die.
Okay. All right. Since I killed a unit, I get to heal. She's dead though. All right.
Just wasting 3 dice on that guy.
Yeah.
Well, didn't you have a card that could bring a card back from your discard? Or something?
The dice power.
Oh.
The dice power. The go ahead lets me bring an ally from my discard pile back to hand.
Bats take 2 knives to summon.
1 of each.
Oh.
A knife and a music note to summon. So I cannot do them. The only thing I've got left is something here, just maybe an attack or something.
I'm gonna do my last 2 shadows and get rid of that
That one,
guy.
okay.
What was aside? So yeah. Yeah, my last.
You got all 3 Shadow Hounds and you can't pay for them.
No.
All right, I pass.
Pass.
Okay, it's your go. I'll keep the horse head, re-roll everything else. Or throw them across the room. Ooh, actually rolled 2 horse heads. Look at me.
At least I can afford my hounds now.
Wow, jeez, yeah. Well,
I'm glad.
yeah.
Mine?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get a round out first. And then okay. What was his power?
Put the hunter's mark out.
Oh.
I think I could do more than 1. There's only 1 that comes with it. I keep hoping you might attack with. But she's just better to use her side action.
Yeah.
Does it say any damage or just attack damage?
When this unit receives damage.
So technically any damage would work.
Yeah.
Okay.
She only needs 2, so.
Yeah.
my side. No. Can't do any of those. Okay. Yeah. Spin a mass. I'm gonna make you reroll 3 horse heads
Okay.
and a knife.
And a knife?
Yeah.
Okay. Ouch. Yeah. Yeah, it's risky on both sides for you. Because I could get, well, I couldn't have gotten better.
Yeah.
And if you're rolling basics, you could only get better. See, I just lost 3 horse heads. And a knife.
Nice.
Yeah. That's great. Okay, so. Gosh dang it. It's 7. I just realized I'm playing with one extra music dice this whole. I've been playing with 11 dice this whole time. I wonder how that would have affected stuff.
I don't really think it.
Probably not dramatically, but yeah, I have 5 because I was like 7. Wait a minute, that should. Yeah, I've got one. I've had one music dice the whole time, one extra. Okay,
I
well,
really would have done much.
yeah, I'm not sure. All right, so my go. I guess what I'm going to do is do a vampire swarm since I have nothing else of high value.
Another.
Yeah. And well, no, that will not. That's not going to help me good yet. Or not help me good. It's not going to help very much. Okay. So that was a main action. I'm going to trash this Drain Vitality. Bump that up 1. Or bump that up to the go for meditation. Okay.
Okay. Oh, it's not really the same card. Okay. I'm gonna do Secret Door. Have my Shadow Hound go against one of your swarms.
It's unblockable though, right?
Yeah. Cannot be guarded or blocked.
Okay. What does that do?
That's not blocking. His
Oh.
regular thing is not be guarded against. Yeah.
Well, why are you going straight for Herald then?
I guess that would make sense.
Unless you want to get rid of one of these, I guess.
I mean,
So I would go straight. I mean, I could, I still can choose somebody to step in, but well, no, the secret door means they are not.
can't be blocked.
Yeah, so go straight here. 3.
I didn't think about
Yeah,
that.
that's 3 damage there. I can't do anything. Okay. I mean, unless you're trying to clear this out.
I mean, not really.
Okay.
You could just bring it back anyway.
Yeah. But it's using dice to do that, too. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, bring back a Master Vampire. Okay, we're going to side action, pay a music note. Swap any number of dice in your exhausted pool with placing them. Swap any number of dice in your exhausted pool with equal number of dice in your active pool. So I'm going to swap out 4, which basically just means Well, actually, I could choose colors too, but
Yeah.
I'll keep 2 of each. So I'm just going to change these to horse heads and that, and then change player's die in their active pool. So move that down to a basic. Okay, that was both of mine.
Okay. I'm gonna do her ability, do one to that swarm, and one to that swarm.
Okay. No, it's not worth it. Okay, that was good.
Flame.
That makes me wonder if I
Dice.
should be attacking that one.
Let's decide. So. I only have reaction spells. And I guess one ready spell.
Have you should you have been playing some of those reaction spells? Have those things
Uh,
kicked off?
no.
Okay, so then what you might want to do is ditch them so you can move those dice up.
Yeah.
I think her deck needs quite a bit of work. I don't think the standard deck is very. There's lots of very conditional cards in that deck.
Yeah. Actually, I can't do that. I already did decide.
Oh, that's right. You did this.
I mean, I'll put that this.
Okay. All right. My main action will play another psychic vampire.
And they're both 1.
2 1s, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna side action this time.
Now I can do this. To
Okay.
whatever that. And then we'll hound.
Yeah. I was gonna say. So what did you ditch?
Basically, yeah, just already dance a lot.
Yeah. I think her deck needs some of the basics worked. Because this says you can play the spell after an opponent targets you or your Phoenix Born with a spell, ability, or dice power. That doesn't really happen very often. It says cancel that effect.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen very often. I think if we combined her deck with the Soraya deck, which does a lot of discarding cards, your brother used to love the Soraya deck because he would almost always discard me out. Because it'll say like, discard 2 cards if you don't take 2 wounds or something like this. So I think if we combined some of her deck with that one, I think it could be a lot better. But I think that one has some cards in it that are, again, very conditional. That they work great if the conditions are met, but it just seems like even a few times I've played that deck, they're very rare.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you done?
Yes.
Oh, because you, meditated and then played the secret door. Okay. Well, I just realized that I probably, now it's going to cost me 2 dice to bring one of these back. I could have paid 2 dice to save both of them. Wasn't very effective for me. I should have realized that. I didn't think I was going to bring him back this turn. I thought I was going to do other stuff.
Got it?
I'm going to attack with the psychic vampires. No, just 1 for now. I'm going to attack that shadow hound. So it says when this unit is destroyed. So basically, if you block with the Shadowhound to do me damage, you're gonna have to discard a card. So I'm gonna go against the Shadowhound. Or Victoria steps in, obviously, to take all of the damage.
Isn't it just one or?
It's two, so it'll kill it.
I'll take it.
Okay. All right, so you got to discard a card. And I'm going to play Consume Soul. You may play this spell after a unit an opponent controls is destroyed as a result of an attack you control. Remove 2 wounds and an exhaustion from your Phoenix Form, which I do not have. Okay.
I really want to attack with her, but I only ever seem to use her for...
Every time I've used that deck, I've never attacked with her. I've just used her ability.
Once?
I've played it maybe twice, so not very many times, no.
Okay. No dice.
If you've got something important to play, meditating is it sucks, but...
I mean, not really. Nah, I'll do it.
Particle Shield is gone.
And I'll just use a wolf head to summon
Okay.
spirit.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks, but I think that's your only option this round with the horrible dice roll you had.
It wasn't that bad.
That was pretty bad. I only lucked out because I could change. I had to play a bunch before I could change them.
Yeah. Side.
That was it. You were done.
Oh.
You meditated and then played.
Yeah.
There. How much again attacks?
2.
They're only going to get a +1 if I throw them out there. Not that big a deal, to be honest. Alright, I'm going to go these 2 against your Phoenix Born. 4, a 3, and a 2. They don't get any bonus. So this can be guarded against, which that's not going to... Or you're not technically guarding, you're blocking, so...
Yeah.
But again, I could heal if this kills a unit.
Again?
Yeah. That would only be a heal of 1. There's a couple cards of healing in this deck. There's not a lot of decks that do healing. This is one of the few that does healing. Because the Consume Soul the Consume Soul I had, Drain Vitality is another one. So yeah, if it kills somebody, I'm gonna heal again.
You're doing 5?
Technically, it's 5.
Yeah. I'll do. Yeah, I have to.
Okay. All right. So you counter of a 2 to me.
Yeah.
So I'll take 2. You dead, and I heal. Exhaustion here, and then this guy here. If he kills somebody, you got to discard a card. He's a 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's all my 2 shadows now?
Yeah, you already
Use
have,
them all.
yeah, you have maybe 1. I've seen 2 played.
Oh, yeah, I used them all. I had to meditate 1 off.
Oh, that's right.
So might as well meditate another one. Overhead. Just use it again for my last spirit.
Okay. Well, it's coming down to the end anyway, so it just sucks if you discard the cards you really want. See the one you just, let me see that one. See, Copycat, you may play this spell after an opponent resolves an action spell or activated Phoenix See, again, that can be good, but haven't really done much of that.
Yeah.
Yes, hers just seemed very conditional. Okay, so my go. I have no cards, no dice. I will just pass. And I know you can't secret door me because you're out of dice too.
Yeah.
But I could only block one. Well, you could only do it for one person anyways, right?
Yeah.
Do these get free? Oh, lower die, yeah.
So
I
I
think
think I'm
you-
just gonna attack with both of them to your Phoenix Spawn.
Okay. I'll take it.
It's 4 for 2 for each.
Fine. I'll take it. Take it.
Okay.
Alright.
And then skip the side.
Okay. So back to me. I will attack with the Vampire Swarm. I only get 2. Back to you.
Pass.
Okay. Alright, pass again. My vampire recovers. And I will be going first. Oh my gosh.
Ah.
Well, at least it's not all basics now. Man, that extra dice, I'm too bad I don't have that extra dice now.
Yeah. Look at all my dice.
Oh, jeez, yeah. 8 masks. Wow. Okay.
It is the most common,
Alright.
I think.
Okay. What did I draw? This, that. Okay. All right.
I could make 2 hounds.
2 hounds. Yeah. You've got all 3, so you could do.
No,
Oh no, you can only have 2 hounds at total. Okay. And I can only have. Well, I can.
I want to have 3 spells.
I
I
can
can
have-
only have 2.
Yeah. Well, it also means that's a card you could take out too. If you're making up your deck, you could take that card out. It does kind of make sense to take it out if you can only play 2 at a time.
Yeah.
Because even if you were to play all or both in the same turn, you couldn't play all 3 in the same turn.
I forgot
The-
the
or-
focus thing.
Yeah.
That's really helpful.
Is it focus 2?
Yeah,
Oh, so you have to have all 3 to be focused.
I do.
No, but so if you took one out, you would never get the focus
Oh, yeah,
ability. 'Cause is there a focus 1?
yeah.
Okay.
It's basically her ability.
You get the focus 1, but if you took that card out, you could not get the focus 2.
Yeah.
Plus, there's also less chance of getting it. All right, so I am going. So it's not my turn. So these guys are not as
It is your
cool.
turn.
I know. But when it's my first go, or I have the first
Oh.
player, my beast guys are not as cool as they should be. So yeah, Shadowhounds. Well, one more could be coming out. But well, if they 2 die, then you can play a third. You know, it is possible to play 3 in a turn if they die. If you were to summon 2 of them, then you could summon a third one on your
Yeah.
turn. Technically, it's a lot of dice though. Okay. Oh, jeez. What do I need to do to get ahead of just that 4 damage? So yeah, now I've got my beasts in my hand, which are not as strong since this is the wrong turn to draw those, kind of. Okay, so I think all of your guys are at least attack of 1, or,
Yeah.
right? So my beast cannot terrify you.
I'm
And
not
this-
scared.
Yeah. Against Aerodel, that would be a perfect deck, almost no blocking.
Yeah. I think all my guys are for Aerodel.
Yeah, your Jaguars are,
They're 1 now.
they're 1 now, they were
Yeah.
2/2s, that's right, they nerfed those. Okay. Well, I think to get ahead, let's put out another vampire. Side. Okay. I'm gonna discard a vampire bat swarm summon to meditate this up. Okay.
I have a plan.
You have a plan?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. Secret door. Can't block against my archer. I'm gonna just attack your vampire master or whatever.
So it can't be blocked or guarded?
Blocked. If you had, I don't really think it matters since you don't have.
I could guard with Herald then.
Yeah.
Let me see real quick. Secret door. Just to make sure. It's a life value of 1. She cannot do it.
Oh.
Can I be blocked for the remainder of the turn?
Okay. It
So
wouldn't really have mattered anyway.
Well, you can do it with...
Well, I want to attack with her.
Okay. Well, you can attack with her.
That's fine.
Take the exhaustion off then.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to go straight here?
Yeah.
For 4?
Yes.
So Herald could step in, but that's painful too. I have a life of 4. You're attacking for 4, so I will die. And I don't get the bonus because it has to be after this unit destroys a unit your opponent controls by attacking. So I don't get I would not get the health. Dang it. Alright. I'll block and counter then.
Well, not
Yeah,
countering.
that's what I thought. Okay. That's what I thought.
But she's exhausted anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But you got rid of one of mine and yours not dead, so I wondered if that's what was going on. But Harold, I couldn't afford to Harold to take a... Well, I didn't want to...
You could have just not countered.
No, you have to counter.
Oh, yeah.
Now
I
the new
forgot.
rules, you have to counter.
I forgot, yeah.
Oh, let's see. Maybe... Well, if I wouldn't have countered, I would have died anyways.
Yeah.
And again, not knowing that you had that. So it says, if you target a unit, opponent declares a guard, Phoenix-born or a unit guard, which I did not do. Resolve the battle. If unguarded, the attacker battles the target unit your opponent may counter. That's the one option that you may. But if I don't, I die anyways.
Yeah.
The only reason I would not is possibly not die. Because then it's unexhausted, even though it's wounded, it's unexhausted. Okay, so I would have wanted, even knowing that you would have blocked, I still would have. Or I can't take it back now, knowing that you were gonna block that. Okay, so my turn. That kind of sucks. So I'm wondering, give away my secrets. I'm wondering if I just build my army for next turn when I do not have the first player. That's both of mine.
Okay.
Oh, where's my battlefield? Oh, I can have 7. That's right, I can have quite a few.
No, I can only have 1 more.
Yeah, we usually don't have to worry about because we're playing with characters that have quite a few.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to have group tactics, it doesn't make sense to have only 3 battlefields.
Yeah. Here comes the hound.
Okay. All right.
Side, I guess I'll put out my inversion spell, body inversion.
Oh, finally.
Yeah.
I think you got rid of 1 earlier.
Yeah, I think I meditated 1 away.
Okay. So the problem is I'm scared of, I think you might be able to secret door me and almost kill me. Except that's going to exhaust your guys for blocking, so that's...
Yeah.
Alright. 2 music notes. Basic. Side action will be... Yeah. I'm going to meditate one. Oh, beast dude. Okay, I'm going to bump that up to a goat. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, now that you give me the idea, I'm going to do that with...
Well, again, you need to be careful. If you get 2 free attacks against me, yes, I'm closer to dying, but you're closer to not having blockers either.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'll only do one
Okay.
this time. So you can't be blocked or guarded.
Okay. 3.
Yeah.
So now I got to be careful with the body inversion. If I take wounds, you can flip-flop that.
Against yours, I don't really think it matters.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be...
Since you have both strong health and attack.
Yeah, they're pretty equal.
It would work if you had weak attacks,
Yeah.
but you don't really.
Got this little trick up my sleeve. Can't do the bat swim because I used all my music up. I still get the group tactics, I just don't get the transform ability. If I... You got 4 left. Ugh. No, you've only got 3 left that can attack.
Yeah. I think even by health.
All right, so 2 attacks,
Yeah.
3. If I do my group tactics, that's 3 of my 5. That only leaves me 2. If you attack or block, well, you've got to block. You're going to have to lose some units anyways, otherwise you're dead. Okay. So I'm going to do these here. So the group tactics both kick in. So this is a 3, a 4 because of, no, they help each other out. After you clear more attacks, you may add 1 to this unit.
They,
Okay, so do I get both? They both do the same thing.
I think they just help themselves.
They help themselves. Okay. Yeah, they just help themselves. Okay, they're not doing it to each other. All right, so 3, 3, and 2 against the Phoenixborn.
Oh, I have to.
Yeah. This one will heal if it kills somebody. But it's also almost kills you if you're Phoenixborn.
Yeah. I mean, someone's gonna die. So I'll have my hound against there.
Okay. All right.
I'll still die
Well-
if I don't block another.
Yeah, you have to block this one. Well, you won't die, but you'll be pretty darn close.
Well, I just blocked 3 of the 7.
3, 6, and actually this one's a 2 as well. So it's 8. 3, 3, and 2. So it's 8 total.
Okay, I'll just do those then.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this one dies, and I take a health. How much is the one hound doing?
It's 3.
3. Oh, I'm still alive. Okay, these 2, I will spend a knife to keep them back. And then 2 to your Phoenixborn then. Now I'm assuming too, since they died and came back, they're not exhausted.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Okay, go ahead.
Why can't I just kill you?
Now your body inversion would kill the vampire. Because it has 3 health, or 3 attack and 4 life. If you flip that, it would die. Just saying. I don't know if it takes the dice or not.
It does.
Okay.
I don't think my dice really help me right now, though. I don't think I want to meditate that much either.
And the game's almost done.
Okay, yeah, I'll meditate. Then to Wolfhead and spend it for spirit.
Okay. All right.
And then the side,
No, you did meditate. That was your side.
oh yeah, I'm done.
Okay. That's not gonna help. All right, I think I just need to do all three now because if you're gonna block 2, 2, 3, and a 2.
Yeah.
Because even if you block the 3, a 2, there's still a 2 here. Or these are actually both 3s. Yeah. So that would be it. There. All right. So yeah, what we need to do is we need to go through that deck, I think, and make some changes.
Yeah.
There's just too many. Let's see which. I know I've played once or twice. I can't remember if I won or not. So the copycat can be good because you can copy something that an opponent does. Figures in the fog. That's pretty good. But again, particle shield prevent 1 damage being received. Draw a card.
With the much attack you're doing.
Yeah, with the amount of attacks that are being done. Vanish. You may, like I said, you have lots of reaction spells. The Two Shadows was good. It just ended up you got rid of 2 of the 3 you needed, and your archers. You ended up I think you just had a bunch of bad things happen.
Yeah. And my rolls absolutely
Rolls
sucked.
were horrible, yeah. So I think you had a little bit of everything on that today. All right. Yeah, the idea with this one I think is build up on my turn when I have this, so that these guys then when I attack, then they get stronger. Especially that beast mage goes to 4/4 with that. But I use most of these. I didn't really. The Drain Vitality, again, I can choose as a main action to do something or a side action to do something else. That's not bad.
That one actually has the line in between.
That one, yeah, because you can choose, and so you choose one or the other, but it also has options on the top and the bottom. So if you do one, it does this.
It does different things.
Yeah, it does different things. That Master Vampire is pretty tough too. And I healed, if I hadn't healed, I healed probably 5 or 6 health too. If I hadn't healed, it probably would have been a little bit better. All right.
It's still kind of close.
Yeah, it's still not bad. Again, with the healing, that's where maybe you just have to like, okay, well, my Phoenixborn will take that, so I don't heal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had one more adrenaline rush, but I couldn't deal the damage to my vampire to remove the exhaustion because she would have died.
Yeah.
And everybody else was only 1 health, so or they were not unexhausted. But that consumed soul was pretty good. I only drew 1 of those. That's removed 2 wound tokens from a Phoenixborn. So that's pretty good. So this one has a fair amount of healing. So yeah, going against it, you have to be careful that you're not letting me heal too much. But I also was able to bring back with the dice power, I was able to bring back the Beast Warrior a couple times. And again, trying to force, I think what you needed to really do is work on keeping my battlefield low so that group tactics did not work as well as it should have. Yeah. All right. Well, there's another Ashes Reborn. Yeah, I think we need to go through maybe that Victoria deck and make some changes on that one, and then see if we can do a little bit better with that one because just very conditional. And then again, I was playing with an extra magic here dice. I don't know if that would have changed too much, but who knows?
A little bit, maybe.
Who will? Yeah, a little bit. There's maybe 1 card or something I could have not played if I didn't have all of that. or the one extra one. Didn't realize I'd had 6 of them. All right, thanks again for watching. We've gotten lots of support with the Ashes Reborn videos, so we appreciate that. And we will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.